Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Quest for Glory 1, So You Want to Be a Hero. Well, we're here out in front of the healer's hut. Last time you remember, we went and spoke with most of the rest of the interesting people in and around Spielburg. We explored the castle in the distance. We made our first trip to Arana's Peace and picked some flowers for the healer. We met Henrik the farmer, got a few more details about the bandit attacks, learned that they're located somewhere to the south of town. And I had said we were going to go and meet the wizard Erasmus, who lives to the northeast of town, but checking the clock, it is mid-afternoon, and checking our character sheet, we are fairly walking wounded. But on the bright side, our stealth skill is almost maxed out, but you'll note our health is at 8, stamina is at 9, so it would behoove us to rest a bit. And I think after doing that, it'll be sunset's approaching. And we don't want to go running off to the woods this late. Besides, we do have one more person that we need to speak to in town, and he should be at the inn now. So that has gotten us mostly patched up. So we'll go ahead and head on back to town. And it is sunset, but not yet close enough to sunset that the gate has been sealed. But the sheriff and Otto have already headed indoors. So let's go head on to the inn. And chat with Abdullah, the merchant. There he is. This merchant is a rather fat man with a small mustache and beard. He wears a turban. Oh, it is indeed sad and dangerous times we live in when a man who struggles daily to keep from starving should be robbed of all his earthly possessions. And since we've already gotten the meal here, I think we'll go ahead and get the drink. And you caffeine addicts are all alike. Alright, so ask him his name. I am Abdullah, son of Ali, grandson of Hassan, great-grandson of Scooby, and former master merchant of Shapir. Now I am but a penniless burden upon my friends. Ask about his friends. Even though they too lost a fortune when the brigands stole from me, Shamin and Shima are caring for this frail shadow of a great man. Shima. She's the finest of cooks, outside of myself, that is, but her fine food is as dust in my mouth, for I am but a beggar. Shamin. He is the very prince of Katas. Shapir. Ah, Shapir, beautiful land of golden sands and shining sun, the heart of civilization. Alas, she is plagued with fierce jinn and Ifrits who seek to drive all men in Kata from the land. But I can speak no more of the homeland I shall never see again. Instead, I will die in this cold, forsaken land, bereft of all I love. Bit of a drama queen, isn't he? Merchant. I trade the treasures of one land for that of another, but the brigands have stolen every treasure I had, and I am a merchant no more. Ask about the robbery. 2 weeks ago I was going to be wealthy beyond what you could dream of. I, Abdullah would be the first merchant into this valley this year, but my life was shattered by brigands. Okay, ask about the brigands. The band of brigands ambushed us just as we crossed the pass into the valley. There were about 12 brigands, including a huge minotaur. There was also a leader and some sort of wizard. They first used some sort of magic which blinded us. Then they overwhelmed my 6 guards and my assistants. All my trade goods were taken from before me. I am now but a beggar, living off the generosity of my friends. Yeah, what happened to the guards and the assistants? Okay, ask about the magic. The wizard threw something at us that caused my eyes to be blinded with tears and my nose to be forced to sneeze. I was helpless. Minotaur. The Minotaur is a creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man. They are said to be very strong. The leader. The leader was wearing a cloak, so I couldn't see his face. His voice was rather high-pitched, though. Wizard. The wizard was very short, and he giggled most of the time. I couldn't understand what he was saying. And the guards. Here I pay good money for them to protect me, and what do they do when they need protection? They run away. Oh, that answers that. Not one man died to defend my treasure. You just can't hire good guards anymore. Ask about his wealth. I had treasures carefully brought from Shapir with me. I even had a magic carpet with me. Ask about... that's all we can get from him. They did give us a bit of information. And after 60 minutes rest, we are at full stamina and full health. And the time is now, night is still young. So I think now is a good time, since our stealth is almost maxed out, to engage in a little bit of larceny. And I know what you're thinking. He isn't going to rob that sweet, kindly old lady that was sleeping on the doorstep, not hurting anybody, is he? Yes, he is. Picking locks look a lot easier in the instruction book. And good thing I say, because I totally misaimed that. Okay, doing it more than 3 times in a row on the same door, never a good idea. And just for comedy value, doesn't work. I thought there might be some ironic message about trying to break into the jail. Let's see, how much practice did we get? Yeah, 19. Not bad. And yeah, you can go back into the alleyway, but they'll only be patient for so long before they will get sick of you cramping their style and just stab you on general principle of being an idiot. And hey, our stealth is up to 100 now. Now, thankfully, there is a much easier and smarter way to go about improving our lockpicking skill. Because you may remember that I mentioned that in the original EGA game, one of the quickest ways to mess yourself up and screw up the game was by trying to steal from the healer. And that is very much true. But your lockpicking skill will do you no good here. The door is barred from the inside. However, since we were far and away from that pesky sheriff, a few quick clicks and we were up to 30. Now up to 38, and our intelligence, agility, and luck are going up at the same time. Although our stamina is starting to go down. Yes, we are starting to get tired. But hey, we almost got it up to 48. And yeah, middle of the night. And we don't want to run out of stamina. And do a little bit more. And 59. $62. And I think that's probably enough for one night. I mean, heck, we just tripled our skill. That's something. And curiously, there is no guard guarding the castle gate at night. So yes, we can sneak into the castle in the middle of the night. And yes, these doors are securely locked for the night, but will anybody notice if we pick our locks here? No, but curiously, trying to pick these locks doesn't seem to work. And another rather funny, humorous death you can give yourself by showing complete lack of common sense is that this is the entrance to the guards' barracks. Is breaking into the guards' barracks at the castle a stupid thing to do? Well, it would be, and I guess they edited this one for the VGA version. I thought they left it in. But yep, there's no answer to your knock. The guards must be asleep. We'll go ahead and let sleeping guards lie. But yes, if you somehow find yourself outside of the city and can't climb the wall, although climbing the wall is easier than climbing the castle gate, you have another option for seeking out a place to sleep for the night. This also works if you're too broke to afford to go to the inn. Because we can't actually choose the sleep all night option here. Hey you, it's bad enough you hang around here all day, but I sure ain't gonna let you sleep here before you've worked enough to earn it. Okay. Yeah. Apparently we can't do that yet. Yes, after making sure no guards are looking, you climb over the wall. But yes, ooh. Bit of a tumble there. After climbing down the wall, you said to yourself, Self, you says that wasn't too bad. Miraculously, I didn't take any falling damage from that. So, okay. That was a bit of a pointless exercise. So, what the heck, we will stay up all night and keep picking locks. And okay, we progress as far as we can with that particular bit of trickery, it seems. Yeah, I forgot that there is a point where it will stop letting you take the easy way, but, you know, I'm a thief. I like taking the easy way. And it is now not yet dawn. The sleep heals and refreshes you. And hey, climbing's gone up. And yes, day is dawning. And stamina is full, so... Okay, so with that done... I think we will go ahead and visit Erasmus now. And pick up a few small rocks just in case. Okay, so to north. And yay, nothing ambushed us en route. That's quite an impressive rock group. Funny, you've never heard anything about Great Wall of Spielburg before. You'll have to get a new travel agent. This view is awesome from here. Reminds you of Yosemite National Park. The road seems to wind forever up the mountain. A sign appears. It reads, Willkommen auf Zauberberg. And yes, for those of you who don't know German, bit of a pun here, Zauberberg translated literally means magic mountain. Another sign appears. It reads, Trespassers will be towed. As the long walk begins, what a great big beautiful sky. This places mountains above any place else in Spielburg. Purple mountains, majesty above the fruity plain. You feel as though you have just scaled the Matterhorn in full armor. What a climb. You can see all of Spielburg Valley from here. As you finally catch your breath, you see that you have reached the rather eccentric looking house that you saw below. Or saw from below. There's an ugly gargoyle above the entrance. Stand fast. He who would the wizard see first must answer questions 3. Yeah, I almost said the Monty Python line, which this is clearly referencing, you know. He who would see the wizard must answer me these questions 3. What is your name? Yeah. Inigo Montalba. I'm King Graham Cracker. Matt. What is your quest? I want to be a hero. What is the mean airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Or the mean airspeed of an unladen swallow? And you actually get some real answers here, but African European. I have no idea. Have to ask boss sometime. Oh well, you win. The wizard will see you now. Go directly up to the tower. Do not dally. This stone creature looks like it's bored. Wouldn't you be? Through the open door, you can see that the inside of Erasmus's tower is even more unusual than the outside. You see the purple home of someone who knows, or someone who must enjoy its precarious perch upon the peak. This room is full of odds, ends, and stuff. This wizard must be a real character. And even though they said do not dally, we can look around a bit. It was a moderately large and fearful dragon at one time. This poor stuffed peacock seems to be draggled, worn, and overused. You admire the plumage on the peacock. It's the famous dunking dragon. You haven't seen one of those in years. This is a Zen lamp. You feel enlightened in its presence. It's probably a bottle of gin. There's a strange figure on the bookshelf. It looks like an overgrown rat wearing a wizard's hat. The books on the shelves of the bookcase appear to be very old, very rare, and very magical. Wait. You find titles like Zen and the Art of Magical Maintenance, How to Be a Halfling, The Sensuous Succubus, and Tobin's Spirit Guide Volume 2, Asmodeus to Casper. A casket with a stick shift? Through the portal to the west stands a small sitting room. Through the portal to the east sits a standing room only. This is a sarcophagus, probably on loan from the Egyptian section of the Leyendecker Museum. You can tell because it has a ribbon around it. It's tied in a Laura bow. A little shout out to the Laura bow mysteries section there. Erasmus likes to keep his suits well ironed. Your eyes are drawn to the eyes of the figure in this portrait. His intense stare is unnerving. This would not be someone to trifle with, for he looks subtle and quick to anger. Because wizards are subtle and quick to anger. So yeah, head on to the top of the tower. Come in and sit down. Fenris, our guest has arrived.
Cheese, please.
Behind the wizard's stern and forbidding appearance, you see a twinkle in his eye. You suspect that he is not always as serious as he appears. To the east, the peaks of the Wolfsbane Mountains are clearly visible. Yes, it's the culmination of your adventures. Ionic, isn't it? This stone is the base of the tower spire. These stones are the base of the tower spire. These walls look like they were formed out of living rock. You just hope it doesn't get hungry while you're here. I missed what he said, but no. A cheetar has claws at the end of... Yeah, he'll tell jokes. A cheetar has claws at the end of its paws, and a comma is a pause at the end of its claws. You're certain those are curtains. This table is elaborately carved on the side. Erasmus has a teacup on the table in front of him. The tea in the cup sitting on the table seems to refill itself as the wizard drinks. Fenris looks back at you with a grin. Yeah, these are two of my favorite characters in the whole Quest for Glory series, incidentally. I'll ask about Fenris.
What's there to say? For a rat, I'm a really great guy.
Although for such a great guy, you're really a rat. And Erasmus.
Erasmus is my familiar.
Isn't that the other way around?
Familiar is my Erasmus?
Well, I've always found Erasmus to be overly familiar. No, I mean, aren't you my familiar?
All these years, he still doesn't know.
So go ahead and ask about Erasmus. I am a wizard of some renown. That says it all, really. Fenris.
What am I, some sort of object? Am I invisible or something that you think you can talk about me behind my back to my face? Sheesh, no respect.
Well, it is hard to take anyone seriously who wears such a ridiculous hat. Ask about the brigands. They're supposed to have a warlock working with them. From what I've seen, he's more of a nincompoop than a necromancer. Do you know which one has more legs, one cow or no cow? No. You're right. No cow has more than 4 legs. These are too easy. Ask about the nincompoop. He laughs too much when he casts spells. That's because his jokes are funnier than yours. Warlock. The only thing I've seen that brigand warlock cast is sneezing powder. And necromancer. Isn't that the vampire who fell in love with throats? No, that's a necromancer. A necromancer is a magic user who has a rather unsavory relationship with corpses. Does that mean a necromancer has ghoul friends? It means a necromancer is someone who deals with the undead. Canasta with cadavers and spades with shades, eh? And we can also ask him about magic. If magic be the loot of life, play on! The quote was music, not magic, and it was food, not loot. How about magic makes the world go round? Money makes the world go round. Oh, very well then. To put it in my own words, magic is the essence and the soul of life, and the wizard is her poet. Actually, it was Merlin who said that first, but he used the term magician, not wizard. Fenris, there are times when you would look better as a newt. Why is that? Because newts can't talk. Neither can most rats. And I'm asking about Zara. Zara has a real flair for the theatrical. Her entrance at the magic shop is a bit showy, but effective. It's a pity she has no sense of humor. Just because she doesn't laugh at your jokes doesn't mean she lacks a sense of humor. It just means that she has good taste. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is good at curses and shape-changing spells. She has a nasty temper and doesn't believe in safe hex, so it's best to stay on her good side. You have to watch her. She cheats at cards. So do you. She started first. Besides, I just want to give her a taste of her own medicine. Shame she still beats you. And we can ask about curses. The curse Baba Yaga put upon Baron von Spielburg was a fine example of creative cursing. Upon von Spielburg and all his clan, this the curse I now demand. What I will shall come full measure, so shall ye lose all that ye treasure. Of course, the problem is that every curse there is an equal and opposite counter-curse. Alright, what's the counter-curse? A counter-curse is a cure for a curse. It usually works as the one who casts the curse in the first place. The counter-curse for the curse of the Baron goes, Come a hero from the east, free the man from in the beast. Bring the child from out the band, drive the curser from the land. So to break the curse, a hero must get rid of Baba Yaga in addition to all the other things. It does not reflect well on Baba Yaga. Nothing reflects well upon that ogress. She's a face that break anything but a magic mirror. And that seems like a cue to ask about the magic mirror. Well, there are many types of magic mirrors. One of the more common types is the one that has a strange face popping up every so often. It reminds me of the one in the master bedroom. That's not magical. No, but it does have a strange face peering from it whenever you're in the room. At any rate, I used to have a nice magic hand mirror I misplaced around here somewhere. It could be used to reflect a spell back upon the caster. So if you happen upon a small golden magic mirror with a dragon handle on it, you know that's mine. It was the flagon with the dragon. The mirror had a leer. Oh, that's right. Well, anyway, if you find a magic mirror with a face on it, you'll know that it reflects spells. It'd be best to wait till Erasmus puts down his teacup before asking any questions. Oh, and look at the staircase. As you stare at the steepness of the staircase, you figure that either the wizard is a fitness fanatic or he uses a lot of teleport spells. And here we got the magic mirror dialogue. Ask about spellcasters. Basically, anybody who uses magic is a magic user. Anybody who casts spells is a spellcaster. However, to be a wizard, you have to have undergone initiation into the Wizards Institute of Technosary at the land of Shapir. Magicians and sorcerers are wizards who specialize. I myself strive to master all aspects of magic, unlike those narrow-minded specialists. You and long lose your amateur standing, after all. I prefer to think of myself as a dilettante. Does that mean that you tease pickles? And initiation. You have to complete your quest here before you can become initiated as a wizard. Well, also I have to learn magic, but... and spells. It's important for a magic user to know as many spells as possible. You never know just what might come in handy. And Irana. Never met her. I only built this vacation home here a century ago. Irana has a nice little magic meadow in her name northwest of here. Pretty respectable spellcaster, I imagine. The protection spell she cast over the town is fairly good, but I believe she missed a few places. You're just jealous because the only thing anyone named after you was a soft drink. I thought that Erasmus's Razzle Dazzle Root Beer was a wonderful name for a product. It's a shame the company went broke afterwards. Do you know what time it is when Otto walks through your door? No. Time to get a new door. And that's got the protection spell. Irana's spell prevents the use of excessive violence or hostile magic within Spielburg's walls, with the exception of a couple of places. And the places... looks to me as if she missed the back part of the alley, and the spell only applies to areas in town above ground. Pretty shoddy, if you ask me. No one asked you. Yeah, you can die in the Thieves' Guild. Big shock, right? And, of course, you can die in the back alley if you pester the thieves back there at night often enough. But that is everything that we can get out of Erasmus, but we learned a fair bit about how we have to defeat Baba Yaga and how there is a magic mirror out there that can reflect spells. Oh, not in my house, you don't. And if you're a wizard, you can learn a spell from Erasmus and play a game with him that will boost your magic skill. And the day is still dawning on day 3. So, now we got that done. I think we'll go ahead and get back to the healer's hut. Haha, snuck past all the monsters again. And we'll go and get our strength training for the day done. And let's see, how much did that improve our stats? Well, hey, not bad. We got our vitality halfway to max it out. Of course, we still can't fight or dodge worth a darn, but we'll be able to fix that fairly soon. Not with his help, unfortunately, but 2 folks I did forget to speak to earlier. The guard is dressed in worn but neatly patched clothing. He obviously spent a lot of time maintaining that magnificent mustache, but you better not mention his bald spot. The guards look to be middle-aged, but in good physical condition. Their clothing is faded and patched. Even the horns look dull. And ask about the castle. This is the castle of Baron Stefan von Spielburg. Daughter. The Baron's daughter has been gone for years. Name. My name is Pierre. Barracks. The barracks are off to my right, but you have no business going there. That's okay, we can't do anything. There, the Baron. No one enters the castle without the Baron's permission. And bald spot. Don't get me mad. I'm not talking to you. Ask me about the castle. Same thing. Daughter. Name Frederick. Barracks. Baron. And ask him about the bald spot. Pierre's very proud of his mustache, but don't mention his bald spot. And he's moved downfield a bit. And yeah, all that cleaning the stables has made it go to midday. Now here's an interesting question. Can we pick the lock in the middle of the day without having anything bad happen? I mean, it's not going to raise our skill at this point, but will it work? Yeah, we could do it in the middle of the day. Go figure. And yes, this sinister-looking fellow
Next to the town's wall, you notice a man who appears to be waiting for someone. His dagger looks like a particularly deadly weapon, and the thief handles it with great skill. Oh, come on, just because he's wearing a hooded cloak and playing with a dagger casually while hiding in the shadows, that doesn't mean he's a thief. What's in it for me? If you give me a silver, might have a bit of info you can use. And Bruno nods and makes the countersign. You need to talk to Sneak about the password. You can find him at the alley at night. Okay, so give him 1 silver. For another silver, I can tell you about where to go to find the Baron, Baba Yaga, or some goblins who have a lot of treasure. So if you want some information, hand me some cash. You may suspect that this information is not going to be honestly helpful. We'll go 2 silver. Okay, what do you want to know? Name. Just call me Bruno. Baba Yaga. She's an ugly hag who lives in a weird house. Who knows some magic? Her place is due west of the Baron's place. Can't miss it. And for 2 gold, I'll tell you how to get into her hut. Yeah, let's go up there. You take the road north from here, past the healers, and go till you get to his castle. Monsters. Lots of monsters in this valley. Most of them are wimps, though. Not true. Antwerp. Yeah, the Antwerp's a good monster for you to fight. It loves to play. Goblins. Little pests are just northwest of a cemetery. They're a bunch of wimps. Once you get to be strong enough, and the Warlock. He's some kind of magic user, and he laughs a lot. That's all I know. Okay, healer. She's got some good potions. Her hut is to the north of here. And yeah, we can actually pay 2 gold. Okay, what do you want to know? Thieves Guild. They hide it in the graveyard. It's under one of the tombstones. You can see the thieves if you go there at night. Really, blatantly not true. Ask about the cemetery. Due west of town. Nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to stay there if you know what I mean. Password. The thief's password? Sorry, I can't risk losing my thief's license. Chief wouldn't like if I blabbed it to the likes of you. He's the only one in the valley who could beat me at daggers. The sheriff and the goon are pals. Otto even lives with the sheriff and his wife. And same thing for Sheriff and Otto Crusher. He's a pal of mine. He usually hangs out in the bar. A real sweet guy. Give him a slap on the back for me. Do not give him a slap on the back. And Dragon's Breath. Everyone loves Dragon's Breath. Yeah, you do not want to drink the Dragon's Breath. Anyway. Yaga's hut. I seen her one time yelling out to the house. Hutter Brown, now sit down. That is one spooky name, let me tell you. This actually is the one useful bit of information you can get out of Bruno. And how much gold do I have after that? A moth flies from your money pouch. That is all. Well, I'm going to have to do something to make myself a bit of cash. Apart from trading in my bottles, which I think is all I can do. So I think I'm going to go ahead and close this chapter out, trade in the bottles off camera, and yeah, if you want a good time, try the Dragon's Breath at the bar. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I'll show you why later. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and recycle the bottles, get a little bit of silver back, and next time we will play a bit more dagger throwing with the Chief Thief, and see if we can make back some of the money we need. We'll see you next time.